In Rwanda, they call it the land of 1,000 hills. If you've ever stood on one of those hills at sunrise, you understand why. The mist rolls gently over green valleys. The air is cool, the soil is red and alive. And when you look out across those hills, you realize something. Every hill is a decision. Do you climb it, or do you stay where it feels safe? This is a story about two brothers born in a small village outside Kigali. Their names were Amani and Kato. Amani means peace. Kato means second-born. But in spirit, they were opposites. One chased the horizon, the other studied the ground beneath his feet. And like those 1,000 hills, their lives would rise and fall, shaped by two forces, adventure and caution. Their father was a coffee farmer. Every morning before sunrise, he would wake them. Boys, the land rewards those who respect it. Amani would run ahead down the narrow paths, arms wide, shouting, "One day, I'll see what's beyond those hills." Kato would call back, "Watch your step, the ground is wet." Their mother would laugh softly from the doorway. "They are the same heart," she'd say to their father. "One beats fast, one beats steady." When Amani was 12 and Kato was 10, they found a tall mango tree near the river. The fruit at the top was the ripest. Amani looked up and grinned. "I'm climbing it." Kato grabbed his arm. "It's too high. The branches are thin." "You worry too much," Amani teased. "And you don't worry enough." Amani climbed anyway. Halfway up, the branch cracked. There was a sharp snap, then a thud. Silence. Kato ran to him. "Amani, talk to me." Amani winced but laughed. "I told you I'd get the mango." Kato's hands were shaking. "You could have broken your neck." Their father arrived moments later. He looked at the fallen branch, then at both boys. "Adventure makes you strong," he told Amani. Then he turned to Kato, "And caution keeps your brother alive." That night, their mother placed a warm cloth on Amani's bruised shoulder. "You two must protect each other," she whispered. "Your strengths are different, but your future is shared." Years later, as young men, opportunity knocked. Rwanda was growing. Technology was rising. New businesses were forming in Kigali. Amani stood outside their family home one evening. "I'm going to Kigali," he announced. "I'm starting a transport company, motorbikes, deliveries, maybe more." Kato frowned. "With what capital? I'll find investors." "Where will you live?" "I'll figure it out." Kato shook his head. "You always jump before looking, and you always look until the opportunity is gone." Their mother listened quietly. "Both of you are right," she said softly. "And both of you are wrong." The morning Amani left for Kigali, the sky was heavy with rain. Their father handed him a small envelope. "Not much," he said, "but it's honest money." Kato walked him to the bus stop. "You don't have a backup plan," Kato said. "You are my backup plan," Amani replied with a smile. "That's not funny. I'm serious. If I fail, I'll come back. You'll calculate my mistakes." Kato didn't smile. "Just promise me you'll think sometimes, and you promise me you'll act sometimes." They embraced. The bus pulled away. Kigali was alive. Construction cranes, motorcycles weaving through traffic. Opportunity everywhere. Amani thrived in uncertainty. He convinced 3 friends to join him. He negotiated boldly. He expanded quickly. For a while, everything worked. He called home one night. "Kato, we just signed a big contract." "That's great," Kato replied. "Did you read all the terms?" "Not all, but it's fine." On the other end of the phone, silence. Months later, the contract collapsed. A partner disappeared with funds. Debt piled up. Amani stood alone in his small apartment, staring at unpaid invoices. He finally called home. "Kato." His voice was different now. "I need help." While Amani chased risk, Kato had stayed in the village. He modernized the coffee farm, studied agricultural finance, built slow, steady partnerships. Profits weren't explosive, but they were stable. When Amani returned home, thinner and quieter, Kato met him at the gate. You don't look unstoppable, Cato said gently. Amani laughed weakly. Turns out I'm not. That evening, the family ate together. Their father spoke slowly. Amani, what did you learn? That courage without planning is expensive. Then he turned to Cato. And you? Cato hesitated. I learned that while he was building something, I was afraid to build anything new. The room went quiet. Their mother reached across the table and held both their hands. You see, she said, neither of you is complete alone. Weeks later, Amani approached Cato with an idea. What if we combine what we know? Cato crossed his arms. Explain. Your farm, your structure, my connections in Kigali. We create a direct distribution network. No middlemen. Cato began asking questions immediately. What's the cost? What's the risk exposure? What's the contingency? Amani smiled. I was hoping you'd say that. For the first time, they worked side by side. Amani pitched boldly in the city. Cato reviewed contracts meticulously. Amani negotiated expansion. Cato structured sustainable growth. They argued often. You're slowing us down, Amani would shout. You're speeding us toward disaster. Cato would fire back. But slowly, something powerful formed. Balance. 1 year later, they stood on a hill overlooking their expanded operation. Trucks moved below. Farmers worked confidently. Contracts were secure. Amani looked at Cato. Remember the mango tree? Cato laughed. You still owe me for that scare. Amani grew serious. You were right. I needed to look. Cato nodded. And I needed to climb. They stood there in silence as the sun dipped over Rwanda's 1,000 hills. Their father's words echoed in memory. Adventure will take you places. Caution never will. But caution will keep you alive long enough to get there. Right now, somewhere in your life, there is a hill in front of you. A decision, waiting. A risk, calling your name. A fear holding your feet still. Inside, you are both brothers. The one who wants to leap, and the one who wants to calculate. If you silence either voice completely, you lose power. Adventure without caution becomes chaos. Caution without adventure becomes regret. But together, they become wisdom. So when you stand at your next hill, whether in Kigali or anywhere in the world, ask yourself, is it time to run forward boldly? Or is it time to study the ground carefully? And maybe, just maybe, it's time to do both. Because the strongest lives are not built by the fearless. And they are not built by the careful alone. They are built by those who learn how to climb with courage in their heart and caution in their steps.